you have a long-standing, thriving family, ranch, and business, but no life insurance, baby? Am I out of touch or something? Is niggas dying and yelling, y'all record my last breath? What's up? It's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel, King Nikki TV, where I give you commentary on popular movies and TV shows. In this video, I will be reviewing the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope, about residents who witnessed an extraterrestrial discovery. Y'all, when I tell you, I walked into the movie theater expecting to hate this movie like I did. I am not a Jordan Peele fan. I'm sorry. I know I'm like in the minority here. I thought Get Out was straight. I absolutely hated Us. And all of the non-spoiler reviews I saw for Nope just kept talking about how people walked out the theater confused and stuff. So it didn't make me excited to see this. I was prepared to be frustrated and confused and just generally not enjoy Nope. Then, child, when I sat down in the theater and I checked the runtime of the movie and I saw that it was 2 hours, I was like, oh, hell no. Honestly, y'all, if I knew this movie was 2 hours long before buying the tickets, I would have never watched this. I mean, I wanted to walk out. I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not sitting through Jordan Peele for 2 motherfucking hours. But you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Surprisingly, I actually like this movie. Especially the final, like, 15-20 minute big climactic sequence. I was just so engaged. It was so good. That whole climactic sequence was just such great filmmaking, man. The top thing about Nope that I really love was the messaging, or at least my interpretation of the message. I walked away feeling like this was an exploration into the exploitation of animals and how we monetize tragedy. I love those themes. Now, y'all, I was mad at first while watching because they was fucking with the horses. I kept being like, I don't want to see this. I don't like seeing harm done to animals. I don't care if it's a movie and it's fake. I can't handle it. I just kept being like, yo, leave the horses alone, bro. That final sequence when Daniel Kaluuya is on the horse, child, and you know they're trying to get the animal monster alien thing in the sky. I just kept being like, yo, it's the horse alive. It's the horse alive. That's all I cared about. I was so mad that OJ even used the dang horse. I was like, no, put him away. Keep him safe. Don't put him in harm's way. Now, maybe I am just not the sharpest tool in the shed. I know everybody think they're a scholar and they woke, child, but I'm not that moviegoer who like want to be reading a bunch of symbols, right? Like, I'm not that whole, oh, it's a can on the left and it got a blue stripe and it's a balloon and that means it's about white supremacy. Nah, I'm not that movie goer. I don't enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy movies that make you think, but I ain't looking for a bunch of motherfucking symbols. The straightforward meaning for me in this movie is exploitation. Monetizing, capitalizing off of tragedy. I ain't getting no racial vibes or racial undertones from this at all. A central theme of the movie was eye contact or lack of eye contact. And for me, I equated that to animals. I have dogs. I'm friends with an animal behaviorist, so I immediately thought of the fact that you are not supposed to stare an animal in the eyes. They even tell you when you meet a strange dog, you don't like stare them in the eyes because it is seen as a challenge or a threat and can elicit aggression. Also, a dog or animal that has been abused will often shy away from making eye contact, or just a timid or shy dog or animal will shy away from making eye contact. In the beginning of the movie, when OJ, Daniel Kaluuya's character, is looking down, not making eye contact on the set, I just read it as, because it wasn't just the eye contact, it was his tone, it was his voice, it was how he was speaking, stuttering, mumbling. I read it as he just isn't as assertive and outgoing as his sister. OJ, for me, just came off as more timid. Emerald, played by Keke Palmer, I didn't read it as he's not making eye contact because the people on the set are white. There is a progression throughout the film of OJ not looking up at the animal alien being in the sky, right? He pieces together that if you do not look at him, he won't suck you up. He works with horses. OJ works with horses, and that is an animal kingdom rule. If you don't look an animal in the eyes, you could still be attacked, yes. But if you do stare them in the eyes, you're guaranteed to get attacked. But we see in OJ's demeanor, specifically the scene when he is in the truck and the alien animal thing is overhead, he is looking down, he is fearful, right? And as the film progresses, and so does OJ's character, he looks up and he does it as a challenge, asserting himself in a way that his character would not have done at the start of this film. That's how I read it. For me, OJ had a respect for animals. Yes, he worked with horses and training and taming horses, right? But it still seemed that he had a certain respect there. He would flash back on things that his dad told him about taming animals. When the director suggests using the horse as bait, OJ is against it. Now, the contrast of that respect for animals is Steven Yeun's character, Ricky, who willingly, I could have slapped this motherfucker. He willingly sacrificed the horses to the animal alien thing in the sky. That pissed me off so bad. Now, I both enjoyed and did not enjoy his part of the film. At first, I walked away feeling like his character was underutilized, like I wanted more from him. But you know what? I don't think that. I think that the character of Ricky served the point he was meant to serve. A big drawback for me, though, is that we spent a great deal of runtime on Ricky's backstory with Gordy the monkey just to kill his character off. That is such an annoyance to me, just in general in film. Like, why are we building such a backstory and spending so much time just to kill the character off? Ricky was foolish in thinking that he could control and exploit an alien being that he really knew nothing about. Like, absolutely nothing. Ricky was a child star who was in a sitcom with a monkey named Gordy. We see this tragic event unfold where during filming, Gordy snaps after a balloon pops and he kills everyone on set, pretty much. There is one survivor who ends up completely maimed, and then there is Ricky, who is the lone unscathed survivor. The Gordy scene was so brutal and intense for me, and we didn't even really see the attack. The lady was like behind a sofa. And child, who the hell is this little Asian kid? Who is this little Asian kid? Because he is talented as hell. Get this little boy in the water, something. His acting was on point. I love the portrayal of Gordy's demeanor right after his rampage. Once he sees Ricky hiding under the table, the noises he makes, the movements towards Ricky, reaching out his hand to fist bump the kid. That behavior is such a stark contrast to the violence and the aggression that we see when we are first introduced to Gordy. I read this in a few different ways. For one, I'm a monkey, right? If I'm Gordy, I'm a monkey. I want to be out in the jungle with other monkeys doing monkey things, not on the TV set. So what happens when you keep trying to control an animal? They're going to act out. The contrast in his behavior for me also represents the aggression that can be elicited when an animal or any being fights back against the control of another human. And if I remember correctly, Ricky did not look Gordy in the eyes. He was hiding under the table, looking down, scared. So again, no eye contact, no challenge. I was so mad when they came into the set and shot Gordy, but that's what humans do, right? Real life stories. I mean, the ape at the zoo when someone jumped down into his area. Y'all remember that? They shot and killed them. Dogs who have a bite history get killed. Humans kill animals for being animals and not being in our control, for not, being docile to human control. And that is a central theme throughout the movie for me. Humans thinking they have the right to dominion over all animals, even the alien animal in the sky. I thought Ricky would end up bringing some great lesson that he learned from the Gordy situation. That ain't what happened, child. Instead, he did the exact same thing the showrunners did with Gordy. He didn't learn anything. I mean, how foolish of you to put the crowd, your wife, your own kids in harm's way like he did. You have no clue if the alien beings in this UFO are friendly or not. Because, you know, at first we think it's a UFO. All you know is that it sucks up horses, child. Anything killing up horses, I don't think you kind of evil. Unless you're an animal, because then you just been an animal. Ricky felt he could exploit the situation. As you could see, there wasn't much of a crowd at his ranch. I'm sure he felt he could use this phenomenon to pull in money and fame and attention for his ranch. I mean, he exploited his own tragedy for money and fame. The look of terror and trauma on his face during the Gordy situation. But he has this shrine museum thing of memorabilia from the show. He put a shoe on display that was worn by his co-star as she was murdered. Like, y'all, that's so sick. Bro, if I died, I'm putting Mexican stuff I died in on, like, that's sick. Now, I've never seen the actor who played Angel, but I actually liked him in this movie, and he was the only character who was more concerned with saving his own life than capturing this spectacle, getting this money shot. All of our characters put themselves in harm's way to capture the money shot of this monster alien being in the sky. But once Angel is in danger, he focuses more on self-preservation, wrapping himself in the barbed wire and causing the monster to spit him back out. Child, let me tell you, after all the ish was going down, and I was like, well, where's Angel? We saw Angel sitting up on the motherfucking mountain at the end. I was like, child, he the only one with some motherfucking sense. Angel was the only one with some damn sense, child. Like, oh, nah, I tap out. I'm still up here on the mountain, baby. Y'all got it. Even when OJ and Emerald lives were in danger, their main focus was still on capturing the Oprah shot. The shining star in this movie, for me, was Keke Palmer. Motherfucking Keke Palmer. I always be saying how I feel like there are no great movie stars in the younger generation. Child, Keke Palmer is a motherfucking movie star. You hear me? Such charisma, such talent, so entertaining to watch. I loved her and Daniel's chemistry as siblings. I feel like they really nailed that sibling dynamic. Something else I loved about Nope was the cinematography. The movie looked like they had a damn budget. You hear me? When I tell you that it was just beautiful. Now I want me a piece of land. I want a ranch now out in the middle of nowhere. It just looked amazing. I also really enjoyed the Nope moments. It reminded me of when I watch horror movies, right? And some ish go down with a character and I'll be like, nope. Hell no, it wouldn't be me. I'll be out of there. So I like that. I like those Nope moments that we had in the movie. Now, something else I loved about the movie. Now, I'm not sure if this was the writer's intent or, again, just my interpretation, but I felt empathetic towards the alien animal in the sky. I actually read the alien animal monster thing. Y'all, what are we calling it? Because I keep saying alien monster animal thing. I actually read the animal as being scared of the humans. I thought about how, like I said, I was correlating everything to animals, and I thought about how when dogs are reactive, right, trainers will typically say, you know, a dog growls, barks, makes themselves appear bigger, not because the dog is aggressive, it's because the dog is actually scared. So what the dog does is try to make itself scary to the thing that it is scared of in order to get it to back off. So as we saw the monster getting bigger and turning into a dang shower curtain, that's how I read his behavior. He was trying to appear bigger and scarier because he was actually scared of them. Now, though I didn't leave the movie with any real questions or confusion, I will say I'm not quite sure about the floating shoe on the Gordy set. Maybe that's one of them symbols, child, that I said I just don't be getting down with reading symbols. I do interpret that Gordy scene as the alien monster animal thing was overhead and that is what set Gordy off. Just like when the horse suddenly went crazy and ran off, and child, that horse could have killed somebody. But the alien monster thing affects electricity, and I'm not sure why a shoe would be floating. They don't have nothing to do with electricity. Also, y'all, did I miss something? I thought the Gordy attack was broadcasted, or was it not? But all electronics go out when the monster is near, so I'm guessing it wasn't broadcasted. So I'm not completely sure on the shoe thing, but I'm gonna let y'all extra woke, extra smart folk, y'all can tell me what's the flow in shoe. But I don't know. Yo, Jordan Peele definitely pulled off an amazing climactic sequence. I will give him that. The finish to this movie was amazing. I was so into this ish. That last 15-20 minute segment. And what was crazy, now the whole theme I felt was, exploitation, monetizing tragedy, animals, etc. And as we watch it, bro, people have died, right? People have died for this money shot of the alien monster in the sky. But even still, y'all, I cheered when Emerald finally got that dang money shot of the alien, y'all. Y'all, why was that moment so triumphant? After all we learned, I was still hyped that she got the shot. Nah, I did not like that they killed the alien animal. And I feel like it really just was a repeat of the Gordy situation for me. Exploit, kill. Y'all, I walked into this theater slightly annoyed. I was even watching this movie. I just knew I was gonna hate it. But I walked out so pleasantly surprised. I was like, dang, bro, I like this. Now, while there were many things I loved about this film, there were a few things I did not like. Y'all, this gonna be a little hot take, okay? No, this gonna be an unpopular opinion, a very unpopular opinion. I already know it. But the number one thing I did not like about this movie was Daniel Kaluuya. I'm sorry, don't kill me, okay? No, hear me out. For me, Daniel is just so goddamn boring to watch. His acting feels so lifeless and drab. Look, I get having a quiet charisma and acting style, right? I mean, Ryan Gosling pulls it off in many of his films, but this is not what I get from Daniel. He is just boring to watch, which brings me to the next thing I did not like, the runtime. Now, I have no issues with a long ass movie. I don't. I love a long movie, but the runtime needs to be utilized effectively. And I feel like we had a better leading man, maybe I wouldn't have been so bored, but that's whatever. The first act of this movie was boring as hell and only saved by Keke Palmer's performance, in my humble opinion. Child, at one point, me and my mom sighed at the exact same time. Like, it was so crazy. Like, we were both looking at the screen and I heard her sigh at the same time I did. We were so bored at the beginning. And I don't get Jordan Peele as a director. The way he lingers on shots that feels so unimportant. The way it just feels unimportant to the story and useless. It feels drab. The pacing during the first act was excruciating. Why did it take all this so long to run? His dad was over there hurt. Look, I get when people are like, you gotta have the setup for the story and the character. Duh, child, I get that. I also get how you have to, make the audience care about the characters, their relationships. You want the audience to care about characters. In a situation like this, it ups the stakes. I get it. But baby, that ain't supposed to be boring. You have good writing that creates a exciting build, that creates character development and relationships that are entertaining for us to watch and explore. Honestly, I spent much of the first half waiting for something to happen and just sitting there asking myself, what's the point of this? And like, with stuff, I'd be like, what's the point? Why is the camera lingering on that? What's the point? There's a scene in particular with Ricky and his wife. It felt so drawn out, long, excruciating, pointless. She's massaging his hand or something like that. And he ended up saying, what if I told you? And the scene just cuts. I was sitting like, the heck was that? Like, obviously we heard what came next later. But at that point I was like, what was that? And even at the end of the movie, I'm still looking at that scene like, the hell was that? Y'all, why did they do my boy Keith David like this, man? This is Charles from The Thing. This is the lieutenant from Volcano. Put some respect on my boy's name and give him more screen time. But in terms of the story, Otis's death, the dad, was way too early in the film. It was way too abrupt. We could have utilized some of that early runtime to set up the relationship and dynamic between Otis, dad, and his kids, OJ and Emerald. I mean, I don't even fully get. It wasn't really explored Emerald's resentment about her horse, jean jacket, I think it was. And I don't get, why did her dad take the horse from her after promising him to Emerald? Why is Emerald so distant and aloof with the family business? Speaking of the family business, how do you have a long-standing, thriving family ranch and business but no life insurance, baby? And it appeared that the business was thriving. I mean, did I get that wrong, y'all? Was the business tanking before Otis died? What the heck is an Otis? Before Otis died? Did I miss that? Because, child, why we suddenly ain't got no money, baby? We got a thriving ranch, I thought. I guess I won't call it a dislike, but I would have enjoyed getting more Michael Wincott, the director guy. I really enjoy him as an actor, and I would have liked more of him, but I did enjoy what we got from him. I completely understood his character and what that stood for, as far as him being willing to sacrifice himself, to sacrifice his own life just to capture that great shot. But y'all, I really did not like the TMZ guy. What the was that? That broke the vibe so bad for me. It felt extremely silly and goofy. Am I out of touch or something? Is niggas dying and yelling, y'all record my last breath? Like, am I missing that? I'm thrown from my motorcycle mysteriously. And I have a dang broken leg or something. And all I can yell is, get my camera. Why aren't you recording this? It felt so fucking goofy. Am I tripping? Maybe I just didn't get it, but I really hated that part. It felt too silly in such a dramatic moment. I thought that was just the dumbest. Bro, my life is at stake. I don't give a about no camera. I don't know. The final thing I didn't like about Nope was the design of the alien monster animal being extraterrestrial sky animal. It looked like a vinyl record. It looked like those jellyfish that killed Queen Latifah in Spear. It looked like a shower curtain. It looked like a giant half-deflated balloon. The inside of the monster looked like the inside of that snake and anaconda, but whatever. Whatever it looked like, it ain't look scary or menacing in any way. I'm seeing a lot of people question whether Otis is actually dead at the end of the movie when Emerald looks up and sees her brother on the horse. Child, we saw him on that horse. I cheered because I was like, yes, the horse is alive. I'm happy Otis is alive too. But y'all, Otis is alive, child. I'm not clear on the confusion here. This ain't the Sixth Sense. Emerald ain't seen no motherfucking dad folk the whole movie. So why would she all of a sudden, out the blue, be seeing her dead brother? I don't know. I don't get the confusion there. This was one of those rare times when you do not expect much from a movie and you walk out having really enjoyed it and being pleasantly surprised. Now, if they would have cut out about 30 minutes, baby, off the runtime, I would have liked it even more. But for me, this is by far my favorite Jordan Peele movie. I am giving Nope a 5.5 out of 10. I typically do not enjoy Jordan Peele movies, but I have seen them all opening weekend because I'm rooting for everybody black. Let me know in the comments, guys. Did you agree or disagree with my take? Am I the only person on planet motherfreaking Earth who did not rave about Us? Did anyone else besides me not think Get Out was like the greatest movie in the world? It's just me? It's just me. Okay. I'll take that. It's just me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.